Welcome to Friday Flowers. Today we're going to do a whimsical flower called Nunsuch. First we're going to start with our frame, with our pencil. And then I want to make sure that I get Nunsuch in the middle, so I'm just going to put a little mark right there. So the first thing that we're going to do is make a loop. And it goes kind of like this. All right, in the middle, good enough. Okay, and so then the next thing that we're going to do is from this line, we're going to swoop up and then go down and meet right here in the corner. Like that. And then we're going to go down, swoop up again, and meet in the corner. And then we're going to do that again on the other side. Swoop up, meet in the corner, and swoop up and meet in the corner. And you can see that my line didn't meet in the corner there. So what I'm going to do is just darken that little spot in. There we go. Nobody will know. Okay, so the next step that you do is you make a crescent moon like this. And then you put a little ball on top, an orb. And that is the basics of Nunsuch. So what do we do to decorate this? Well, the first thing that I'm going to do, I guess, is put in a little swirly, whimsical stem. There we go. And I'm going to change these lines into leaves. And the way that I'm going to do that is to kind of just aura around them with a wavy line. So make sure you make like a little top there. That. And there we go. Now we have some leaves. All right, so what are we going to do with Nunsuch? So one of the things that I really like about this is that these spaces are just really large. So you can do pretty much almost anything in them that you want. So I am going to start out with, I think, the middle. Let's do the middle first. So for the middle, I am going to make lines like this, sets of lines. Just 3, like that. And then I'm going to color them in, but instead of coloring all the way through, I'm going to leave a little spot for a highlight, like this. Okay, and then for the middle, I think what I'm going to do is I am just going to aura this like that. And do the same with this one. And I'm going to color those in. Okay, now for this last one, I think what I'm going to do, since it's really bold here, is just add a little bit of boldness there. I feel like I want to put some more of these stripes there, but I'm not going to do that. I want to do something a little different. So what I'm going to do is this instead. So I'm going to kind of use that decoration that we have for droop. So similar to that. So I'm going to make a line here, lines here. So it looks similar to this at first. And this actually is a little shorter than I want it to be. So since I'm doing this pattern, all I can really do is just kind of go up, make a line, and then add a little bit on there. So that's cheating. That's okay. So and if you've ever seen droop, then you know that the bottom line of the stuff is blackened in. The bottom line of the stuff. It's the bottom line of the sets of parallel lines that are in there. Stuff is not very descriptive. Okay. And then what we do with droop, I'm going to get my 005. What we do with droop is we make little flicks. So they kind of go like that. From, you could do it from either one, but I'm going to do it from here now. And that is going to be my Nunsuch. So I think I'm gonna kind of go around this guy and give him a thicker outline. Okay, so now let's get to shading this. So for the middle, what I do want to shade is these parts right here. I don't want to touch that highlight right there. So when I'm shading, I'm going to be kind of careful with when I'm like kind of down here. I'm just going to shade that the best I can. It's a very small area, but I don't want to get any pencil on that spot right there. So I'm just going to shade the bottom like that. And then using the graphite that I already have on my pencil, I'm just going to lightly go around this little circle guy. Okay. And then what I want to do is, let's see, I'm going to put some graphite right here on these corners. Okay. The last thing that I'm going to do is darken this line with a little bit of pencil. I'm not going to go too far into the flicks, but I do want to add that little bit. You can see it makes it like so much cooler, so it's kind of magical. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put a little bit on there. All right, and that is going to complete my Nunsuch. But what I do want to show you is all the other nunsuches that I have previously worked on. And you can see that you can really do almost anything with this flower pattern, because all of these are kind of whimsical and kind of cool, and all of them look different. So try out different things with your nonsuch flower. Do all your favorite different embellishments and stuff like that, and then see what you come up with that's your favorite.